man, JBL Legends Travel, joining us right now. How you doing, brother? Can you hear me?
All right, how are you?
Hey,
There he is.
Can I hear you?
Yeah. All right, good, man. How's everything
hear
up?
me?
I can hear you. Is there a delay?
Good.
I'd say just a little bit.
A little bit of a delay. All right. Well, that's going to make it fun. Let's see here. Let me see if I can. Boom. There we go. So, Tiki Man Radio escaped to paradise in Mexico, man. How we looking? Oh, now I have no sound.
It's always an adventure when we have Joe on the show.
I know. It's really the New Jersey people, you know. I don't know what it is, you know. Beach Buddha's like that scratchy CD you can't get rid of, you know. But let's see. Are you there? Can you hear us? Hello. Okay. Well, we can't hear you. Microphone's off. Click on the little settings down there and make sure your microphone's on, and choose one of them for your microphone.
Yeah, I learned that valuable lesson.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
All right. I'm going to log you off, and you log back on, and make sure you give it to the...
Okay, I think I got it.
Hey, there you go. Yay! There you go.
All right. Okay.
All right. So, Tiki Man Radio...
Everything is,
All right, go ahead.
everything is looking good. We're up to 13 rooms.
Nice.
We got some great people coming along this year. The ocean view rooms are now officially sold out.
Nice.
We still have some partial ocean views and some insides available. So get your $100 deposit in. Get to me ASAP. Let's get this thing filled up. And we're going to Costa Mujeres.
Costa Mujeres.
Costa Mujeres.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
We'll practice that.
Larice.
Larice, our buddy Larice, she is very fluent in Spanish, and
Yes.
Thank God she's coming with us again.
I'm going to have her do a commercial in Spanish.
She spent a lot of time in Venezuela when she was younger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's very fluent.
Yeah, I was in Mexico one time, and we were on a cruise ship, and we stopped in Cozumel, and we grabbed a taxi cab over to this place called Mr. Sancho's, which is like an all-inclusive beach bar, tiki hut kind of thing, and $55 a person, all you could eat, all you could drink the whole day. So we spent the day there. Got a taxi cab back to the ship, and my wife and my buddy Billy and his wife were in the back seat, and I'm in the front with the driver. And he's having this whole conversation with me in Spanish because I've always been told that I look like I'm Spanish. I have that rounded Mayan face. So I tapped into some of my old Spanish classes in high school, and him and I had a great conversation all the way back to the ship.
Oh, very cool.
When we got back to the ship, I said to him, I said, your English is not so good. He said, well, your Spanish sucks.
Yeah, but here, I'll buy you a drink, and everybody gets along, right?
That's it.
Well, the message, of course, has been to everybody since we announced where we were going, is that time is of the essence, right? This is a little different than when we went to Jamaica. Jamaica was begging everybody to come to Jamaica. Now everybody can go wherever the hell they want to go, and these resorts fill up fast. So the $100 pay for the room, reserves the room, and it's refundable. So if you're on the fence about it, go ahead and reserve the room. Who knows? You might get somebody else in your family to go if you can't go or something.
Exactly. And it's, you know what, Denny, it's like you said, last year they were begging for people to go because we couldn't go anywhere for the 2 years prior. This year is a whole different situation. I got clients calling me, I want to go away next year, and I can't even get them into some of the resorts. So I know it's a year away, but it really is, if you want to go, now's the time to make the reservation because the resort's going to sell out.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I tried to request a couple of more of the ocean view rooms, and the resort got back to me and said, we have no more available. So whatever you have is yours, and that's it. So.
Well, I know Ed and Pat are out there. They need to get off the fence and get on the rail train down to Mexico.
Yep, absolutely. Ed, call me.
That's right. That's right. I know Dan, Ware, and Rachel are coming. So.
Yeah, pretty excited about that. So we've got this new segment we're doing, which is JBL Legends Travel Minutes. So what have you got for us this week?
Well, Danny, it's been an exciting couple of weeks. Back in early August, the CDC ended the COVID-19 program for the cruise ships. And a lot of people thought that was,
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people thought that was the end of the vaccines and the COVID-19 testing. And it wasn't. Basically what it was the CDC said, okay, the cruise lines have managed this perfectly now, so we're not going to monitor them the way we were, but the cruise lines will still report to us any cases that happened during the course of the month, period. That was what that was all about. Shortly after that, most of the cruise lines started to drop the pre-COVID testing before you went to the ship. On sailings for 6 days or less. Anything over 6 days, you still had a test. But this week, the major announcement was made that after September 2nd, and I don't know why they're waiting till September 2nd, but after September 2nd, no more vaccines are required to sail on the cruise ships. Now, Norwegian has announced it, Royal Caribbean, and yesterday Carnival. Once Norwegian does it, they all start to follow in suit. So I'm sure by the end of this week, beginning of next week, we're going to start to see all of the cruise lines dropping the vaccine mandate. It's still going to require you to have a test 48 to 72 hours prior to getting on the ship to make sure that you don't have COVID. However, there are a couple of exceptions, and some people think, I can go wherever I want. There are still some countries that will not allow you to sail there unless you're vaccinated. And that's Canada, Bermuda, Cayman Islands, and Greece. So if your ship includes any of those four as part of their itinerary, as of right now, you cannot sail on that cruise if you're not vaccinated.
Well,
So there's a caveat to it. So.
Well, it's funny. When we had the Barefoot Man on last year, he was talking about it, and they were very serious. There was an American girl there that they were prosecuting, because she didn't go by all the COVID things and all that stuff, and so the Barefoot Man is. It's a shame because we got to make it to the Cayman Islands,
I know. It's funny because I told you, I sent you last week that a client that wants to go down there, and it said on the resort, performances by the Barefoot Man. So, look at this.
Yeah. Well, I made the mistake when I first met him years ago that call him the Jimmy Buffett of Cayman Islands, and he's like, I was making music when he was in diapers, and I'm like, okay, fine. I won't ever do that again, But he always sets me straight. If I play a song that's considered country, he'll send me a message and say, listen, that ain't country. I'm like, okay, fine. So yes, sir. Well,
So anyway, that's our travel minute for this week, and it really it's very exciting because the phones are ringing nonstop. Of course, you don't have to tell people, listen, you that's a great cruise you want to go on, but if you're not vaccinated, you can't go to those ports. So let's find you something else. So I think that's going to open up, soon. It's just a matter of another couple of weeks before that's going to happen. And Canada's been real strict. Cayman's been strict. Bermuda's been like that forever, and Greece was having their problems. So those four ports, you just can't sail on the ship. That's it. So.
Well, that's very cool. Always good information from you, Joe. And, I'm pretty excited. I mean, as far as Mexico goes, we're all in the clear now as far as getting there and getting out, right?
Yep. No test going, no test coming home.
Yeah. Just lots of tequila.
Yeah, lots of tequila.
I'm so excited. This was a cool thing that we kind of kicked around. I called you one day. It was right in the middle of the pandemic. in 2020, I think, and I was like, listen, I got this crazy idea I want to do, and how does this all work or whatever? And it was really coming out of the relationship with you guys and getting to know you guys on a better level. And I wanted to work with you in some form or fashion from a travel standpoint. So whenever we're talking about JBL Legends Travel, I can talk about everything that you did for us when we went to Jamaica, and that's kind of how this has all evolved.
Yes, and then, we had a great time in Jamaica.
Yes.
Those people who missed it really, missed a great time. But it was the first one, and now we grow from there.
That's right.
That's where we grow. That's where we grow it.
Yeah. So don't cheat yourself out of a good time like you did last year. Is what I like to say.
Absolutely. I know I told you the story that when Billy and I started our cruises, we, the first year we had like 15, 20 people. We had a great time, and every year it's just grown and grown and grown, where we've had as many as 100, 150 on our trips. And so that's what happens. People start telling other people, "Hey, we had a great time. You got to go," and that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen here.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that it's already happening. And Ed and Pat, if you're listening, okay, don't cheat yourself out of a good time like you did last year. Come on and get on board with us. We'd love to have you down in Mexico. I mean, for goodness sakes, you guys need to be in Mexico. Well,
Come on, Ed.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. So how can they reach you if they want to get more information other than going to tikimanradio.com and clicking on the banner?
You go to call me at 732-831-5200. I should have let B-Dog do that. He does it so smooth.
He does.
And,
yeah.
Or go to jbltravelgroup.net, and there's a contact form there if you want to get in touch with us for anything, any kind of trip. But there's also a special events tab there. If you click on that, you'll see the Tiki Man Escape to Paradise on there. You can see all the rooms, the prices, and there's a contact form there. Make it nice and simple. You fill all that out. I'll get it. I'll call you the next day for your credit card number for the $100 deposit, and we're done.
All right.
So, jbltravelgroup.net is the best way.
And when does it all have to be paid for? Because you can make payments and all that stuff. When does it need to be paid for?
Yeah, they can pay as much as they want, as long up until the final payment date, which is February the 9th.
Okay, February 9th.
And anything that they pay between now and February 9th, as long as you cancel before February 9th, anything you made in payments is 100% refundable. Once we pass February 9th, then we get into the cancellation phase, and then I think it's they charge you one rooms night, and I tell people, just get a travel insurance policy, God forbid of anything. If you want more information about that, call me. Somebody gets sick and you can't go, at least you're covered down the road for that. So,
well, there you go.
And then as far as flights are concerned, you want to fly into Cancun Airport. We'll have the shuttle buses like we had last year, picking you up at the airport and taking you to the resort, and then picking you up at the resort and taking you back. All I need from you, if you book your flights, is just to give me a call or send me an email with a copy of your flight schedule, and then I'll set up the transfers.
Well, there you go. Well, God love you for what you're doing. I mean, I wouldn't have the patience to be on all these conference calls with these cruise ships, and they get on there and they say stuff like, "Listen, all the restrictions and everything you ever wanted us to do, we're going to do that, but it's going to be September the 10th at 3:01 in the afternoon. That's the only time we're going to do it." I wouldn't have patience for all that crap.
It's crazy, and it's not just them. I mean, it's all kinds of. Every day we're on Zoom meetings, and it's just crazy. The last 2 years, it's just been changing and changing and changing, and you can't come up with it. You just can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
And then people hear it on the news, and they totally blow it out of proportion. Oh, there's no more vaccines. But that's not what it said. It said this. No. I read it. I said, COVID, they're dropping it. I go, yeah, they're not dropping it. They just changed it. Well,
that's why we work with people we can trust, with like JBL Legends Travel. And how can you reach out to them there, B-Dog?
Give them a call, 732-831-5200.
Bam! That's what I'm talking about. There we go. All right, brother. We're gonna let you go, and hopefully we're enjoying these JBL Legends Travel Minute, and we'll continue doing them, man, as long as you want to do them.
You got it. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, brother.
Take care, Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna let you fly, man.